So a couple days ago, Donald Trump held a rally in Pennsylvania where he somehow managed to humiliate himself multiple different times while he was up on that stage. One of the first things he did was he tried to talk to the audience about his tax policies versus Kamala Harris's tax policies, right? He wants to cut taxes across the board, except he doesn't, and she wants to raise taxes across the board, except she doesn't. Donald Trump wants to lower taxes even further for rich people like himself, and economists have told us that even with Donald Trump's meager tax breaks for working class people, his tariff plan would still result in a net increase in taxes for us and would drive inflation up to 6% on on the best case scenario. But nevertheless, he is still trying to tell people that he is somehow better for the economy. So in the middle of his little diatribe about how he's going to lower taxes and Kamala Harris is going to raise taxes, he called for them to play a clip, right? Tech people, play this clip of Kamala Harris talking about raising taxes. And they did. The only problem is, in the clips, Kamala Harris wasn't talking about raising taxes on anyone except the wealthy, which was made explicitly clear in the clip that he called for. So Donald Trump debunked himself by playing that clip, right? The audience would have been with you. All you had to do was just say these things were true and they would have believed you. You didn't even have to call for the clip, man. But you did, and then you ended up looking like a damn fool because nothing in that clip said what you said it said, if that makes any sense. But that's how desperate he is. They put together this supercut of Kamala Harris talking about the fact that she thinks the wealthy ought to pay their fair share, that she thinks corporations should pay more in taxes, that she thinks the estate tax, which only affects 0.2% of the population, should be higher. Things that, by the way, do affect the Trump family, so he would see his taxes increase. Everybody else in that audience at his rally would not. Unless he gets in the White House, then yes, their taxes would increase. And then there was another moment, excuse me, when Donald Trump stood up and said, well, he was already standing, but he said, we do a lot of these beautiful rallies and it's so great. We never have an empty seat. Never have. Look at it. And when he said, look at it, the cameraman said, all right, we'll look at it. And it panned across the audience. And at first, yeah, it was tightly packed right in there around the stage. But then when they panned to the rest of the auditorium that can hold anywhere between 7,200 and 8,800 people, depending on how it's configured, nothing but empty seats. Nothing but empty seats, every now and then a little person sitting here or there, which, by the way, was also confirmed by photographs posted on social media by the Associated Press. A video posted from News Nation also showed more empty seats than full seats. So Donald Trump, in telling the people, look at it, look at all the people, and there's no empty seats. And what they did was they all looked around and saw nothing but a sea of empty seats. Donald Trump is his own worst enemy, right? He says a lot of stupid things. And when he tries to back up those stupid things, he does an even dumber thing and ends up debunking himself, humiliating himself on stage. But luckily for him, that arena was not packed, so not very many people got to see him repeatedly make a total ass of himself on that stage.